So Kurt, I've always been curious, when you look back at everything, what was the one moment in time that you enjoyed the most out of all the years that you've been at this?
I'd have to say that moving back to Hector and seeing that tiny little telephone company, we knew what we were planned to do, and to see that thing go from, you know, just literally nothing to a public company that was really successful, and that was the first basically 15 years of really being in business.
What was it like being in the community then, you know, taking a small company and making it a bigger part of society in Hector?
It was great because I grew up there, and I was a seventh child of 10 and born in the depths of the Depression. So, you know, I was really one that maybe low middle class, and but everybody was always so good to me. I just can't say enough for the doctor, the druggist who gave me a job when I needed one to come home at college, and the bankers were always good to me, the attorney, and so it was good for, you know, being in business there and seeing the town, helping the town ignite.
Mm-hmm. And then, you know, a lot of people think, okay, there's telecommunications and phone companies, and then over here there's horse racing. So how did you go from being out in Hector with what you were doing with your professional life there, switching gears to saying, you know, Canterbury looks interesting?
Definitely there was a connection, believe it or not. In the telecommunication manufacturing, there was an association called the United States Telephone Suppliers Association. It was kind of the other side of the United States Independent Telephone Association. And I did become president of that organization. Everybody in the world belonged to it, all the Japanese companies and everybody. And I met somebody there that was always talking about horse racing. And so I bought a mare from him, and because I was always interested in watching the Kentucky Derby and the big races. Mm-hmm. And so I bought a mare from him, and he was on the board with me, and that's really where it started. And it just went way out of control, actually.
Now, have you ridden horses then yourself, too?
As a youngster, I did, and after, when we'd bring horses home from the track or something, once in a while I would. Once in a while I'd find one that was rearing up all the time or whatever. But no, it was, I wasn't a great rider, but I love being around horses, and so it really worked out good.
Great. One other question I wanted to ask is, when you look back once again, what was the single most challenging moment in your professional life, and how did you tackle it?
Well, to tell the truth, some of the toughest challenges were when I'm graduating from college, and do I go private or do I go into public accounting? Made the decision to public accounting, but then I was only there 3.5 months because I could see that really I was a better fit for private. And so that was a tough decision. But I had made that decision to go public because I had already worked for Pete Marwick Mitchell in an internship, and they wanted me back in the summer. So that was one of the tough ones. There was a tough one when I was trying to decide whether I should go ROTC as a sophomore at the end of the year. And I had to sign up then if I was going to go into the Air Force and spend those 2 years after I graduated. I went there and I was filling out the papers, and I said, you know, I always wanted to fly. I came from a town where everybody's a pilot and so on, and the guy looked at me and he says, you wear glasses. He says, you'll never be a pilot. You can be an aircraft observer though, you know, and so on. And I said, well, maybe I better just go think about this. So I went across the street and sat there for quite a while and went back to work and never did go to ROTC. And if I had, that job that came up in Hector within 3 months after I graduated I would have been in the military. It never would have happened, and maybe the whole thing. So it was a tough one. The other tough one, of course, was when the company was, we had had such a wonderful company going in North American communications that grew out of little Hector Tell. But then Apache wanted to sell, and they had controlling interest. And so here it is, 15 years into this company. It's a great company. I just built a house, 4 kids, and in a town where now, because of the sale, everybody had houses for sale. There's no chance to sell a house. And so do I go on my own and stay in Hector, or do I join one of the companies? And I decided to stay on my own. And probably because of the success of this North America, it was easy to raise money and start over again. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of a tough one, to leave that security. And then, but after that, basically everything just flew fine.
Great. Anything else I should have asked you that I didn't?
No, I think it's fine. I've always had a lot of good people around me, terribly dedicated, everybody willing to work ungodly hours. Families probably suffered, but everybody was very happy with it. A lot of the people that were in the company made a lot of money. You know, quite a few became millionaires, and it was just by working hard, having stock options, and so on. So I had a lot of good people around me who were really willing to work hard, and that's really what made it go.
Great. Well, thank you for your time.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.